All right, thank you, Nicandra. Let's get back to that breaking news now. At 12:35, state police have arrested a New Orleans police officer accused of prostitution. Court documents say the arrest of the officer stems from the investigation into the death of Kansas City reporter around the Super Bowl. Chris Welty is here with us with details. Chris, what do you know?
Rob, we're just learning NOPD officer Terrence Johnson was arrested by Louisiana State Police this morning. He's currently held in the Orleans Parish Justice Center. Johnson faces 2 counts of prostitution, 3 counts of malfeasance in office, and 2 counts of injuring public records. According to the affidavit for the arrest warrant, Johnson's phone number and text messages came up in detective search of Danette Colbert's cell phone. State police say Colbert listed Johnson in her phone as TJ Popo. Johnson patrols the French Quarter. According to police records, the warrant says in one message, Johnson texted Colbert's phone, quote, "Don't talk to him. He's asking too many questions. He might be undercover feds." Johnson is also accused of alerting Colbert when crowds were thin in the quarter. The warrant says Johnson possibly helped Colbert avoid law enforcement's efforts to curb crime. Investigators say Johnson is friends with Colbert on social media. NOPD Chief Ann Kirkpatrick said, quote, "Let me be clear, there is no place in this department for conduct that violates the law or the public trust. We will act swiftly and decisively when an officer's actions compromise the integrity of the badge and the community we serve," end quote. Attorney General Liz Murrill just sent a statement to the newsroom, quote, "This is a matter that remains under investigation. There are many good police officers protecting the public and enforcing the law. We will hold those who breach the public trust accountable." Danette Colbert is accused in the death of Kansas City sports reporter Adon Mazzano. Johnson is scheduled to appear in magistrate court this afternoon. Johnson is not facing charges in the Mazzano case. And of course, we're continuing to comb through that arrest affidavit, and we'll have much more on later editions of Fox 8. Rob?